Hi, everybody. I'm JJ Cross from Four Sides of Cross Productions. I'm a filmmaker, writer, animator, and most importantly, a father. Recently, I saw a movie called Under Paris, which normally I like shark movies, whether they're Jaws, where they're serious and scary, or Sharknado, where they're silly, funny, and fun. But this one wasn't either one of those. I think it tried to be serious like Jaws, but it just didn't do it. And any jokes that were there, I think, were unintentional. So let me talk about it here. We start off with a crew up. I'm not sure where it's located. If this place actually exists, please let me know. I'm sure it does, but it's nothing but garbage all over the place, where they're tracking a specific shark that they have a beacon on. I think the shark's name was Lilith. Anyway, so they get into the water, and I would never go into that water, but anyway, that's just me. And the team goes out there and they find a whale stuck in some netting and notice that there's a big, large chunk taken out of it. And they're surrounded by sharks, but like little small ones. And the one they're tracking shows is coming close to them. When it comes, when they actually get to see it, they notice it increased in size, that it was a lot larger than it should have been. And so you do the most logical thing there and, stab the thing, try to get a sample, irritate it, get it mad. Yeah, that seems very smart. So the shark attacks the team members, and the main lead, which I forget her name offhand, not much of this film is really memorable. So she decides, not to put on any gear. She's going to save her team, and she jumps into the water like Rambo with a, a spear gun. Yeah, that's going to help. Uh, so she goes there. Finds the arm, which is her husband's arm, which is heartbreaking for her. And she confronts the shark. She's able to shoot it with a spear, and then she gets caught in some of the net and gets pulled really, really far below, where you see a scene where her eardrums burst. And she's able to cut herself out and get out of there. And then years later, there's absolutely no repercussions of this. She is perfectly fine. She's not deaf. She gets nosebleeds from time to time, but that's basically it. And she's doing a teaching job at a museum. And then these kids bring up that how all members of her team died.
The internet says your whole team was eaten by sharks. Is that true?
Yeah, kids are mean. And when she's leaving, she gets followed by an activist. Yeah, activists. They really don't have a good name right now. They're just between Stonehenge and all the other crap they're pulling. Not many people like them anymore. Nobody really cares about their cause. I know I'm at the point where I really don't give a shit. Anyway, she says that she's tracked, I believe Lilith was the shark's name, and it's in Paris. And she has this whole team of activists that are tracking it, and she wants to communicate with the shark to get it out of Paris back into the ocean. I suppose the shark can't survive in the waters that it is in. So, main character girl who survived, she goes back home. She sees some memories of her team and her husband and all she's lost. And she takes out her own tracker and she sees that this activist was right, that the shark is indeed in Paris and in the waters. So the activist says there was a crash recently into the lake and the body was never found. So her and her gay lover, of course, um, go out late at night to investigate. So the main activist goes underwater, um, sees the car, and obviously, I guess the police never went down there or tried to pull the car out, just leave it there. And she notices all these like marks in the car that presumably is the shark. And we see it in the background, the murky waters. And she of course gets caught by the police, and she calls strong main character to come to the police station to help her out. They talk with the police and saying, yeah, there's a shark in the water. And they're like, yeah, yeah, yeah. So they convince him to go out and to check it out. She has the tracker. And for some reason, she's looking at the tracker and doesn't notice a fin like right behind her. Nah, and that I don't get it. Anyway, so some police members go down underwater to see, and main activist calls her girlfriend to cut off the beaker so she can't track him anymore. And a little intense scene, but nothing really big. And the police get out of the water, and then finally decide why they didn't do this at first. I don't know, but they use sonar, and with the sonar, they can see there's a shark. Then, they bring it to the mayor, and we got your mayor from Jaws. This movie is really like Jaws, was trying to copy it, but putting its own twist on it, which is not Jaws. Jaws was much well done, better. And the shark looked better too, which you figure that's over 30 years ago. The CGI shark just doesn't look that good. There's some scenes that it looks good, but not in all of them. All right, so they go to the mayor, and the mayor's directly from Jaws going, no, we can't shut this place down. We have a triathlon, whatever it is, where a whole bunch of people are going to be swimming in the water. They spent millions on this. There's a lot of money on the line. So, of course, the mayor cares more about the money than the people. So it's like, oh, this is your job. You police try to figure it out. Anyway, activist girlfriend shows up to the police and kind of rats her out, saying that they found the shark in the catacombs, and they're planning to go there, all these activists, and try to get the shark out. The police find out. They go in there. They try to keep everything calm. The main activist is in the water, and this this is by all means my favorite scene. Of course, the activists thinking, oh, sharks are fine. They're not going to attack you unless provoked. And then goes and pets the shark's baby. Yeah, pet the baby. Pet the baby shark. That's not going to upset mama at all. So then there's my favorite scene. There's chaos. The main activist gets eaten by a shark in very poor CGI, but I still enjoyed it. And all these activists falling into the water as they're trying to escape, and some police officers, and it was just a little chaos. A lot of I don't even say deaths, but there were some deaths, but a lot of chaos. And they show in the hospital later just to show that all the chaos, people missing limbs, and how bad this was. Surely the mayor is going to decide, okay, no, this is too bad. We can't put all these people in danger by continuing with our plans. Forget about the money. We need to save people. No. So the what happens there? Okay, so sorry, I forgot for a second. I wish I can forget a lot more. So that she brings in the army, who's going to be, watching out for the shark with their high military guns. And they mentioned earlier a few times that, there is some live, I wouldn't say grenades, but live, I guess, little missile things all around the lake. They mentioned it, and I'm sure that's not going to come into play later. That definitely wasn't some sort of foreshadowing. So the cops come up with the plan. They somehow found an expert in explosives, and they're going to plan to go in there and blow it, blow it up to seal the shark inside the catacombs. Of course, when they're down there, they see that Mama had more than one shark. Oh, rewind a little bit. The baby shark died during the incident with the activists, and they found out that the shark was pregnant, a baby shark pregnant, which is, they say, is impossible. And so now they're down there after finding this information, and they look up and you see hundreds of sharks, hundreds of baby sharks, no mama. So the plan, of course, goes all to shit. And the main guy with the explosive gets attacked, and uh, they have to go and get the explosive trigger thing, Somehow they were able to hit the trigger and survive the blast. Um, so the main cop is hurt. He gets pulled onto the boat, and then main strong character decides she wants to go and look to make sure everything is fine. So she goes back, she looks over at the seal tunnel, and of course, Mama Shark comes busting right through. Instead of eating the main character, he decides to do some sort of hip check to the boat, which was kind of funny. I don't think that's one of those scenes that I don't think meant to be funny, but it was kind of funny. Hip checks the boat, knocks all the police off, and then he goes right out to all the swimmers because that's just starting, and it's carnage. Like all these swimmers, the sharks, and we get another scene with the sharks shooting right up, and again looks bad. Just eating all the swimmers, and of course the military comes and they have their guns and they're shooting down at the shark, and then the shark must have been Neo because it's acting like it's in the Matrix as it's dodging all those gunshots somehow. Very smart shark, or very lucky, or maybe it's the one. And as it's swimming all around, of course, the little missiles come up and explode, completely destroying everything, bridges and flooding Paris now. The mayor, who we was one of those characters that you hate and you can't wait to see to die. Well, we don't really get that. We see an explosion, flies in the air, she's in the water, and then suddenly we don't see her ever again. What happened? I don't know. Maybe they're planning on a sequel. Uh, and then this is what really irks me. It doesn't have an ending. It just kind of stops. You know, we end up with Paris is flooded, and main character with the main cop are on a roof surrounded by water, and you see little fins going all over the place. Like there's sharks all over the place. It kind of made you think, okay, this is the third act. This is where she's going to have to use her skills to outsmart the sharks somehow and, you know, end the story, win the day. Nope. It just shows that, and here comes the credits. And then suddenly there's maps of everywhere from New York and all of the places showing lines of the sharks taking over. And okay. And that is basically it. Under Paris, it's neither a very scary film that leaves you on the edge of the seat like Jaws, nor was it fun and making fun of itself like Sharknado, which Sharknado, I thought the first one was bad. The rest of them I think are kind of funny because they didn't take themselves seriously. Like the actors acted seriously, but the story wasn't serious. And so that made those other movies quite fun. And as Under Paris doesn't have either one of those feelings. It's just not a good movie. It's not scary. The CGI shark is kind of laughable at times. Um, the activists getting attacked and like destroyed, that gave me a good chuckle. But other than that, it wasn't a great movie. I wouldn't recommend it. Um, not even if you don't have anything else to do. I'd say, my opinion, don't bother with the movie, especially since there is no ending. It's just like the writers gave up. It's like, okay, we got to this part, and I don't know what to do next. Oh, well, I guess we'll just end it. Just add some credits. Yep, that's my review of Under Paris. Um, and that's all I got for today. I hope you enjoyed my little review. Let me know what you think. Did you see the movie? Um, Let me know as discussed below. Did you like it, or did you think it was just totally garbage like I did? And if you can, please like, subscribe, and share. And to really support my channel, I have a merch page, which you'll see a link to below, and also a Patreon page where we have a bunch of different levels where you can get a bunch of different things. And that's it, all I got for today. So I'm JJ Cross from Four Sides of Cross Productions. I hope you enjoyed this video and my other videos that I make, or the films that I make. Hopefully they're a lot better than this one. Well, not this one. I mean, Under Paris, this one. That's all I got. Bye.